What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight. Okay, I mean, well, I've never done solo from him. He's appeared, but I've never given him his own slot. So, okay, well, making his debut, sure. Making his debut on the channel tonight. We have Neil Young. Yes, indeed. How about that? Yeah, Neil Young on the channel. Okay, this comes as a request from Mike Clare, C. Summers, and Pair of Pints. All three of them wanted to see me react to this song by Neil Young called I'm the Ocean. Now, to the best of my knowledge, I've never heard this song before. I don't believe I have. This is not something that resonates with me or strikes a bell, so I don't think I've heard this song. Now, there's always a chance that I might have heard it in passing. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I go, wait a second, I've heard this before, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm going to be honest with you guys. This was posted by Neil Young Channel M, and the video has 83,278 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. I'm the Ocean. I hope it's Neil Young. I guess we'll find out. Okay. Oh, whoa. 7 minutes. Oh, man. Oh, 7 minutes. I don't know how many reactors out there would ever react to a 7-minute long song, so you're welcome. No, seriously, if you watch a lot of reactors out there, you'll see, man, they don't do 7-minute songs. They do like 3, 4, 5 minutes tops. So doing a 7-minute song, it's brutal. It's so brutal. If the song is great, now if I'm really into the song, the time will fly, and I don't mind it at that point. But if the song drags, I'm not digging it. Oh God, it's painful. It's painful. Hopefully, this is the prior. This is not the latter. I don't know. We'll find out. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Please be a good song. Please be a good song. Super easy riff. It's E to G, up to C, up to D, up to E. It's ridiculously simple. I I had it figured out. Honestly, I had it figured out to like the first like 4 runs through it. It's not a hard pattern whatsoever. I think what I'm digging most about this song so far is the mix. I can actually hear everything balanced out, including the bass. Bass is actually coming through in the mix, which I love. You don't hear that very often, but it's coming through very clear in the mix, but not to the point where it's burying everything else. Guitar's coming through well, organ's coming through well, drums coming through well, everything's coming through well. Vocally, maybe the vocals could have been brought up a little bit in the mix. The vocals, they're not getting buried, and I can hear them, but they sound a little under in the mix, just a little. I would have liked to have heard them come up a little bit, but that's just me. Anyway, let's keep going here. After I get done complimenting them on the mix, they blew it. Piano, I heard the piano start a little solo riff, and then after the first measure, it just got buried. Absolutely buried. Why would you do that?
Why?
Why? Seriously, why? I want to talk to the engineer, and I want to ask him why.
Why?
Why did you do that? That doesn't make any sense. You're going to take the solo line, the guy who's doing a little solo line, and you're going to literally let him play for one measure and then going to bury him?
What's the matter with you?
Doesn't make any sense. I'm liking the song, but I'm not going to lie. It's getting a little boring. It's not going anywhere. It's the same riff over and over and over and over again. There's no change. It's E. I mean, I even pulled on my bass and I started playing along with it. I mean, it's E to G to C to D to E. And it's just repeating over and over and over again. It's not growing. It's not evolving. It's not developing. There's no changes. It's just vamping on that one pattern over and 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 over again. It's got another 3.5 minutes. Boy, I hope something changes. If it doesn't, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know what kind of a score I'm going to give this. If it doesn't change, if it doesn't grow, if it doesn't develop, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. This is becoming borderline painful. It's becoming borderline painful. It's like, okay, it's the same riff. Can we hear some sort of modulation? You know, a key change. You know, just moving it up a step. How about separating verses from choruses? And how about we do something a little different for the choruses? You know, just nope, same riff over and over and over and over and over and over again. Oh God. A minute and a half left. Okay. I'll see you in the review. Well, there you go, folks. That was Neil Young with I'm the Ocean. This was a request from Mike Clare, C. Summers, and Pair of Pints. Okay, I don't like giving lower scores. I don't. I would rather give higher scores, but I gotta be honest, and I've prided myself on being honest in this channel, and that's not gonna change. So, brutal honesty, here we go. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give that a 5.8. Yep, 5.8. I feel good with that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Before we go any further, let me clarify something. A 5.8 is not a bad score, okay? It's not a good score. It's definitely not a great score or an amazing score. But it's not a bad score, okay? It's still okay, all right? So if you look down on my scoring chart, if you're not 100% sure about that, look down on my scoring chart. Anything above a 5.0, so 5.0 is the bottom threshold for okay. So this is 0.8 higher than okay. So it's not bad. It's an okay song, okay? So I want to be very clear on that. I'm not frowning down upon the song and saying it sucks, okay? I'm not saying that. I am saying the song's okay, all right? It's okay. It's not great. It's not even good, but it's okay. Now, I've always said simple can be effective when it's done correctly. This was not exactly done correctly. It really wasn't. And it wasn't done correctly for a number of reasons. Number one, the riff. Playing the same riff over and over and over and over again and just vamping on it the entire song. no change, no variation, no breakup between verse and chorus or verse, pre-chorus, and chorus or anything like that. No, the entire song stayed on that E to G to C to D to E riff. It stayed the exact same the entire song. No deviation. Now, can you do that with songs? You can. They have to be short. You cannot do a 7-minute long song on a single riff. It will not work. If you took that exact same riff and you made it 2.5 to 3, maybe 3:15, you'll be good. You'll be better than good. I swear, if they had taken this exact same song and they had shortened it to 3.5 minutes, this would have gotten a 7 point something, like a 7.6, okay? Easily. 7 minutes of the same riff is mind-numbing. Absolutely mind-numbing. And that's where I was by the time this song was over. My mind was numb. I was just like, oh my God, please let this end. Another reason why this was an okay song, and I'm gonna sound like a hypocrite here, the mix. I started out really happy with the mix. I could hear everything. Everything was coming through nicely. I heard piano, I heard guitar, I heard bass, I heard drums. Only thing I would have liked to have heard was I would have liked to hear the vocals come up a little bit. Then the song progressed, and they started doing these little solo runs and solo spots, but in particular on the piano, and they all got buried, like unreasonably buried. Wouldn't you want to take the solo riffs and bump them up in the mix? Doesn't that make more sense? But instead, the solo riff would start and they would push it down, and that happened through the entire second half of the song. Every time the piano started to do something, whoop, go down in the mix so we can't hear it. Every once in a while it would stand out a little bit, but then it would go right back down again. And it was just like, what are you thinking? Are you serious? That made no sense to me at all. I don't know what the engineer was thinking on that. He started out with such a great balance other than the vocals. I would have loved to hear vocals come up a bit. And then for some reason, everything stayed good. Everything stayed level. Except when they came time to solo, instead of bumping him up, he would bump him down. And I don't get that. I do not understand that at all. The tones from the instruments sounded really good. The engineering from a tonal mix sounded really good. In particular, guitar and bass, nice tone from both of them. Vocally, it sounded pretty good. I thought it was pretty interesting at the end when they kept vamping with the I'm the Ocean. He kept vamping that I'm the Ocean over and over and over again. They put a vocal effect. They layered his vocals. So you had his vocals layered. And on each layer, they added vibrato, but they were offset. And it was a very rapid vibrato. Sorry. A very rapid vibrato. Very rapid. And rather than unifying it, they offset them just slightly. Just slightly. And what that did was it created an underwater effect, like someone talking underwater. That was cool. That was imaginative. I will give them credit for being creative with that part. That was cool. I dug that. That was really interesting. But for the rest of the song, it was just mundane. Absolutely mundane. Now, did that make the song bad? It didn't make the song bad. It just made it a little hard to listen to after a certain point. Like I said, if they had cut the song in half, the song would have, I don't know about double, but it would have come up at least a 1.5, up into like the 7s, maybe even high 7s possibly, 7.6, 7.7. But the lowest score I could have, if this was a 3.5, even if the song was 3.5 minutes, let's say they cut the song directly in half, okay? Even at 3.5, I still would have given this like a 7.4, 7.3, okay? Probably, maybe 7.2 because of the repetitiveness, but still would have been up in the 7s. But because the song just kept going and ramping and vamping and just keep it on that same riff over and over and over again, no evolution, no growth, no change, no nothing. That's why it's getting the 5.8. It's not bad. It's still an okay song. Not something I would ever want to listen to again, if I'm being perfectly honest. This is not a song I would ever go looking for. It would never make it on a playlist. Not bad, just not enjoyable for me personally. So, 5.8, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you did enjoy the show and you would like to see more videos like this, feel free to join the fan base by clicking on that button down there. And you know the button I'm talking about. Click on that button, join the fan base, and become one of us. Now, for whatever reason, if you don't feel like clicking on that button, that's okay. I still respect you. Also, if you did enjoy the video, please feel free to give the video a thumbs up. It will do me a world of good, and it will do you absolutely no harm whatsoever. Finally, if you guys do join the fan base, you will find a bell down there that you can click on. By clicking on that bell, it'll keep you up to date on everything happening with this channel, including when new content gets dropped. So, if you want to stay in the know, click on the bell, and you'll stay in the know. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Until next time, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.